If completion tracking and restrict access are on globally, then instructors have the option of addressing those settings individually per assignment or activity. In this tutorial, we will address those settings as it relates to completion for a discussion, completion for viewing a resource, and completion as it relates to an assignment that has a score attached. One may not be complete until they have gotten a given score. We will begin by looking at activity completion as it relates to this discussion that has been assigned. So we'll open the discussion assignment. We'll go to the bottom of the right-hand side where you'll see settings for activity completion reside. Go ahead and scroll down. One will note there are three choices. The first default setting is that there is no activity completion at all on a given assignment. The second choice is that students can manually mark the activity as completed. This allows them to keep up with their progress. And the third one allows the instructor to set up some conditions that must be met before it will be considered complete. For the first example of discussions, we'll just note at the base of this, it requires posts. A student must post a discussion or replies, and we can dictate how many. Or a student must create a discussion or discussions, and you'll see the number choice that the faculty member may add. Clearly, the checkbox engages the tool, and then the faculty member just puts in the number required. Also note at the bottom, and this is crucial, that we have a date on there for when it's expected to be completed by. This is true across the board when it comes to completion tracking. It's important the faculty member go to the base of this and put in a date. That allows the progress indicator to show on the course. Now we'll demonstrate how completion tracking may be used to track whether a student has access to a given resource. In this instance, the student is merely required to verify that they have looked at the syllabus to be allowed to move forward. One selects the edit icon, then goes down to the bottom where it says activity completion once again. We indicate it's complete when the conditions are met. The student must merely view the activity to complete it. And once again, remember to set and enable the expected completion date. We'll take a quick look at what the student sees when they go and view the syllabus in terms of the course completion requirement. The student selects the document, it opens. After viewing it, when the student goes back to this page, you'll see that the progress indicator now has a check mark. Now we'll set up completion tracking with a graded assignment. We'll open this quiz that's set up already, and we'll make sure of a couple things before we get started. I'll look at timing and I'll make sure that the quiz is open and close date is what I'd like. And this closes on the 1st at midnight. I'll also set up the grade and indicate that it's in the correct category. It takes 60 to pass. They can have unlimited attempts. While there are other quiz settings, we'll move right down to activity completion. Once again, we'll look at the initial options and we'll choose show activity as complete when conditions are met. The student must receive a grade to complete this activity or must receive a passing grade, which we've already established that is a 60. We also gave them unlimited attempts. You'll notice that or all available attempts completed is one of the options, so perhaps they can try to get a passing grade several times, but they won't be restricted from moving forward. We'll set up the date, we'll make sure that's enabled, and that's all there is to that. And a final thought, the next assignment in sequence that you would like the student to pursue can have restrict access set on that. Consequently, the following exercise will not be able to be attempted until they have met certain criteria. And you have set those criteria on this assignment. You had set the restrict access setting on the next assignment in sequence.